Hey guys, Dr. Angela here again. This is our last video of the 5 video series of the gut-brain connection. So throughout the whole series, I've talked about the 2 brains being brain number 1 and brain number 2 in our gut, which is our enteric nervous system. And we talked about how to balance the 5 pillars of health to restore this connection between our 2 brains in our body, or the 2 brains that I refer to in your well-being. And so today's video is to wrap up on that last pillar, which is restoration. The reason I chose to do this pillar last is because I want to remind you that restoration needs to happen every single day. And that may seem overwhelming. It may seem like another thing on your to-do list, but I cannot preach to you enough that if you take the time to restore your body every single day, you're going to get the max out of your body. And so one of the easiest ways to talk about restoration would be sleep, because everyone already has to do that, right? We don't have to. But if you don't, you'd be pretty exhausted and you wouldn't be functioning. That's why we're going to talk about it. So everybody sleeps. Everybody gets different hours of sleep. Some people that work shift hours will get interrupted cycles of sleep, but we all sleep. And so sleep is so important because it sets your day off right. So when people ask me, what can I do every day to start my day off correct? I say, start with the night before and work on your sleep hygiene routine leading up to your night's rest. And so let's talk about that. Let's backtrack all the way to your sleep hygiene routine. So if I'm going to start a sleep routine, I am not going to. Let's talk about what I shouldn't be doing. Being on my cell phone, watching TV, being in front of a computer until the very last minute when it's like, oh, I should be going to bed right now. That's not going to benefit you because you're getting so much stimulus through the blue light of the TV, the phone, your computer. It's not going to be easy to wind down. So if you're that type of person that's like, I could lay in bed for an hour before I fall asleep, one of the biggest things I could say to you is get off of your electronics. Also, dim the lights in your house. I'd say, like, for us, and you might laugh at me and tell me I'm old, but I also have a toddler and we're up at 5 to 5:30 every day, so remember that. But so our bedtime routine is probably at the latest like 9 or 9:30. And so honestly, I'll start at like 8 o'clock and I'll start dimming the lights, turning some off that we're not using because I want my body to start settling down. We turn off all the electronics. We'll turn the air down so that it's a little bit chilly in the house. That decrease in body temperature will help you sleep. So keeping the house cold will help you sleep. I'll also kind of cut back on the amount of liquids I'm going to intake between that time and my bedtime routine because I don't want to be up all night going to the bathroom. The other thing that I will do is sometimes for me listening to, I'm a very audible person, so if I don't want to read a book, sometimes I'll listen to a book or I'll listen to a worship song or something that really just allows me to let go of everything that's been heavy on my heart all day long. And so I'll wind down with a good book and just put like a little nightlight on at the side of my bed, or I'll listen to a song, or I'll listen to a meditation. I'm really big into nighttime meditations. There's like the Calm app, there's 10% Happier, there's Headspace. I mean, there's a lot of free apps out there. If you're not into just meditating yourself, the guided meditation can help. And so these are some cues to help you wind down. And then when you get into bed, using white noise is huge because it helps block out a lot of the other noises. If you live in an apartment and you can't control your surroundings, the white noise will help block, maybe some of the people above you or outside your apartment. So we use it all the time. There's a lot of versions of white noise. Look into that. The other thing would be to have like a fan in your room. Like I said, if you can't get your house cold enough, to have a little bit of fan for some background noise. It will help blow air on you, not directly on you, but keep the room cool, but it will also add a background noise. Also, nighttime like sleep goggles are also very helpful to help block out any additional light that might be coming in through your windows or anything like that. Also, removing electronics from your bedroom can be very helpful because they will stimulate you. And how many of you have had your phone on vibrate and you'll still hear it vibrating like on your nightstand if somebody's calling you and it stirs you out of a sleep? Or those Amber Alerts that come in the middle of the night, or all of those can kind of tend to disrupt your sleep. And so we ask that you sometimes remove those electronics from your bedroom. So start there. Like, those are just some tips to help you get into bed, to get settled down. Also, Epsom salts before your bedtime will help your body calm down, because magnesium is such a very important mineral or vitamin, I should say, in letting your body relax. Magnesium helps relax your tissue tones. And so doing an Epsom salt before can also help. So start there, okay? Once you've done that and you've worked on your sleep, you're gonna recognize that you're starting the day off, one, with a better cortisol level. So if you get deeper, better sleep, you don't wake up as stressed. When I wake up with high cortisol, now naturally cortisol is what wakes us up, but if I don't follow the natural rhythm of my cortisol and I'm starting the day up here because I didn't sleep well and I'm stressed, also my blood sugar comes up here. So now I'm starting the day off and I'm already craving food the minute I wake up and I need something, or I feel off or jittery. That's a sign that you probably didn't get good sleep the night before. And if we get our blood sugar set up in the morning, it tends to stay linear all day long instead of these big hangry swings, which I've talked about in one of the other videos. So sleep is so essential, and really working on getting your sleep hygiene down is important. But even beyond sleep, I really recommend that you pick some way to restore your body every single day. And like I said in the future videos, that could be a yoga practice, it could be a walk outside. For me, I've already mentioned this, but just as a reminder, like, I have a juicer and I love to juice after my walk because it grounds me. It reminds me that I'm using the plants and the earth to fuel my body. To me, that's restorative. And that might not be for you. You might need something different. Restoring your body could literally be picking up the phone, like I've said in the future video, and calling a really good friend and having a deep conversation, or a check-in every day, or having a cup of coffee with your spouse every day. If it's a very genuine, heartfelt connection between two people, that can be very restorative. Drinking enough water, all of the things that I mentioned in the other pillars can be restorative, but the point is they have to happen every single day. Doing a restorative thing for yourself once a week isn't enough. It's just not. Our bodies are too taxed during the day. We have too many stressors that go on. We need to reset that momentum every single day. So that's why I picked restoration to be our last pillar, as a reminder that these things need to happen often. They need to become habits like brushing your teeth. I hope you all brush your teeth every day. But something like that, where it's like, okay, if I'm gonna brush my teeth every day, that's for the hygiene of my mouth. What about my mental hygiene? What about my physical hygiene? What am I doing every single day? And it can be simple, it can be small, and maybe that small momentum leads you into doing something more grand. Don't pressure yourself into doing it all at once. And so I hope this 5 video series really helped you understand how small little lifestyle changes and being intentional about them can really help reset the connection between your cognitive brain and the brain in your gut. We've all heard about going with your gut instinct. And sometimes, even as a woman, I've been like, I don't know that I can trust my gut. And what I've actually known that to be was that I felt that in an unhealthy time in my life, when I wasn't taking time to restore my body. I literally could not gauge my own intuition. And so I encourage you to take the time, go through these pillars, really try to learn how you can balance them, and I hope these videos help you. And if you need more information, feel free to reach out to me. You can go directly to my website, drangelaScopel.com. There is a contact page on there that will lead directly to my email and my phone number. And you can contact me on there. And I look forward to any of your questions or working with any of you guys in the future, but I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.